I was asked a very strange question on Tower of Babel. It's strange because it's so short. I won't click back to read. It's like, what do you think of the Tower of Babel, or something like that? It's J-text, unintelligent J-text. You can go through my documentary hypothesis videos and you'll understand. I actually didn't upload the two sections. Each is 15 minutes long, where I go through and I read it in its original form. Oh, I can't even show you because it's not in color. Two writers, the priestly writer and the e-text writer, before the burning bush, called God, El or Elilon or El Shaddai or Elohim. The J writer, so stupid that it's just Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. Right? Now, both P and E will use the Tetragrammaton, will use Yahweh, but only after the name is given at Sinai or Horeb, depending on which writer you're reading at a certain time. So they will use it, but they won't use it before Sinai. Here's P-Text's version of it. Genesis 10:5. After the flood subsides, and he's talking about sons of Japheth. From these, the coastlands and the nations were separated into their lands, and everyone according to his language and according to their families into their nations. Genesis 10:20. And the sons of Ham according to their families and according to their languages, by their lands, by their nations. Shem, Genesis 10:31. These are the sons of Shem according to their families, according to their languages, by their lands, according to their nations. Everything happens, you know. Man and woman is created equally, both in the image of God, in the same day. There's no sin, there's no fall of mankind or anything. J writer, who P writer is writing to refute, but this got woven together around the time of Ezra or Jeremiah. It's up for dispute. Starts chapter 11. Now the whole earth used the same language with the same words. Now you'll notice that the word God, the deity, the God that P and E and D are talking about, Elohim or whatever, and eventually they use the Tetragrammaton Yahweh. It's a cosmic God. It's a God of spirit. It's the God that created everything. It's not like a council of gods on Mount Olympus that walks in the cool of the shade and is scared that man might do anything. Okay, now the whole earth used to speak the same language and the same words, and it came about they journeyed east and found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. And they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly." And they used bricks for stone, and they used tar for mortar. And they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, a tower, top that will reach into heaven. Let us make for ourselves a name, otherwise we will be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." The Lord came down to see the city. This is not a really omniscient God. This is, what the hell? He says, "Behold, they are one people, and they have the same language." And this is what they began to, and now nothing which they propose to do is impossible for them. Let us go down and confuse their language, so that they will not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them. This guy's a jerk. So we see 4 different theologies of people of Israel woven together to make the first 5 books of the Bible, called the Pentateuch. Some people call it the Torah. People have misused my words when I say the different gods. well, they're not different gods. They would have all said they were talking about the same God. And J writer, the one with the kept just Yahweh, 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 and they believe it was written by a woman. Most scholars say it was written by a woman. She pissed off people so bad by putting this together that that E writer actually added to J, so you had EJ, and then P came along and said, no, 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 and tried to wrote his own story to refute EJ, and then D came along, which might be the redactor, might not be, and wrote Deuteronomy, and instead of, it just spliced everything together. Didn't really take anything out, just added them all together. So I had two creation accounts. We have two accounts of Noah's flood that are actually interwoven. One can, I mean, because even the E-writer was so irritated at this. You're calling God Yahweh. Abraham's walking around calling God Yahweh? I don't think so. That doesn't get revealed until Sinai. And it's kind of a corruption of at Sinai. So, yeah, Tower of Babel, it's J writer stuff, garbage. Good mythology, though. I like mythology, but doesn't affect Christianity one bit.